Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Galactic News Center, where we talk anything and everything Star Wars. Today I'm going to be talking about whether or not Luke Skywalker and Supreme Leader Snoke will do battle in Episode 8. Now, the main Force dynamic in the new Star Wars trilogy is that the light side of the Force has a master and a very powerful apprentice, while the dark side also has a very strong master, but an equally strong apprentice to that of the light side, right? Rey and Ren represent the power of the light and dark side of the Force, respectively. The real question is which master will gain the upper hand in training their apprentice. I really love the dynamic that's been created with Luke and Rey versus Ren and Snoke. The master-apprentice complex is something that we really never got to see in the original trilogy. The only time we had a similar situation was in the prequels with Episode 3, when Obi-Wan and Anakin's battle paralleled that of Sidious and Yoda's battle. And while I know that Yoda wasn't technically the exclusive master of Obi-Wan, there was that parallel between masters doing battle and the younger apprentices doing battle. So the question becomes whether or not we're going to see one of those battles in Episode 8 or maybe in Episode 9. I'm very confident that we're going to see Rey and Ren do battle more times throughout the remaining two movies, but I'm actually hesitant to say the same about Luke and Snoke. In theory, I think the majority of fans would love to see a battle between the two masters, myself included, but in practice, I think there's some cause for concern. First, let's be honest, Mark Hamill's getting up there in age, and while he still looks pretty good physically, he didn't look too bad in his Jedi robes in Episode 7. I'm not so sure how nimble he would be and be able to be in a lightsaber battle. Now, I will say that the fighting styles that we have seen in the new trilogy have been very raw and gritty compared to the flashy and acrobatic duels of the prequels, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that neither Rey, nor Finn, nor Kylo Ren were actually trained very well to use a lightsaber. So if Luke continued that trend with a lightsaber, I could see the duel working out, but what I'm trying to say is that likely that Mark Hamill has lost a step, and if directors aren't careful, that may show in the eventual duel. And that's the last thing we want to see, right? We have these two guys in Luke and Snoke that are probably the most powerful two people in the galaxy. Because of that, we'd have so many lofty expectations that the duel between Luke and Snoke would be one of the best we've ever seen in a Star Wars film, and I just don't think that's possible. More than Mark Hamill's current state, I think the character of Snoke is going to hold back the chances of these two meet in a lightsaber duel. From what we've seen of Snoke, he appears to be a CGI character. Now, that was just in the hologram, so perhaps in person they changed him to a practical costume. Based on the prequels, duels between a CGI character and a practical character always seem to be a little visually off, and I think this would be amplified because there was so little CGI in Episode 7. Also, some sources have said that Snoke is 7 feet tall or even taller, so the huge height differential between Snoke and Luke, paired with the possibility that Snoke is completely CGI, would make the duel seem very strange in my opinion. That combinations of reasons is why I would love to see a duel between Luke and Snoke, but I don't think it's going to happen in the movie. Maybe they could flex their muscles in the Force and have some sort of fight that depends more on their Force abilities, much like Yoda and Sidious had in the Senate. Because after all, it is their strength in the Force that Luke and Snoke are known for, so that kind of fight would make more sense. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Luke and Snoke are going to go at it with lightsabers at all in Episode 8 or 9? A Force battle, or maybe they won't meet at all? Let me know what you guys think. This has been Galactic News Center, and as always, join me, and together we'll rule the galaxy.